Hi Pile 1, welcome to your reading. So in today's reading, we are going to be looking at who you will fall in love with next. We are going to go ahead and start off with your tarot, and then we will move into your oracle cards. And at the very end of your reading, we will be pulling from my homemade deck here, and we will possibly be looking at some physical attributes or any other attributes that want to come out about who this person is. And before we get started, I wanted to mention, if you're interested in a personal reading from me, the information for that is in the description box down below. So let's go ahead and get started for you, Pile 1. And let's see who this person is. As I'm tapping into this energy, for some of you, this person has curly hair, kind of like loose-ish curly hair. So it's not super like kinky or coily, but like a loose curl pattern is what I'm seeing. I was also hearing the name like Rob, Robbie, Robert, any variation of that name was also coming through for some of you as well. But let's take a look at your tarot and see. Spirit, for pile number 1, please, Spirit. Pile number 1. Who will pile 1 fall in love with next? Who will pile 1 fall in love with next? So we have the 7 of shells, which is the 7 of cups. We have the Ace of roses. Who will pile 1 fall in love with next? Okay, we have 3 cards. So we have the Queen of roses, which is the Queen of wands, the Queen of gems, the Queen of pentacles, and we have justice. Bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of wings, which is the 9 of swords. I was picking up that this person is very witty, very, very funny. There's something about this person's humor, I think, that really kind of catches your eye, catches your attention here. I can see that this person with the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands is someone who is very physically attractive. This is a very conventionally attractive person. So you are going to find this person to be like physically like everything that you could have hoped and dreamed of. This person is ticking all of your boxes in that department. But what's really interesting is that, you know, this person's exterior, the way that people view this person could be like people might view this person as someone who's a little bit of a player, as someone who, you know, has a lot of options because they are so conventionally attractive. But the real, like, I guess this person's real intentions when it comes to love and dating is actually one of being all in. You know, the Queen of Pentacles energy, it literally says the nurturer on the bottom of this particular card. This is a lover person, okay? A lover boy, lover girl. Like, this is someone who, when they're committed to someone or something, they are committed, okay? I see that this person does also value honesty and integrity with the Justice energy. We do have Libra energy here, as well as a lot of fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and some earth as well, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So that could be in this person's chart, or it could be in your chart. But I see that this person does value honesty, truth, integrity. So you never have to worry about like this person's intentions. You never have to worry about, you know, this person cheating on you or having any kind of wandering eye. When this person is committed to you, they are committed to you. And I think that is also something that really kind of, I think it's something that you fall in love with when it comes to this person. It's their commitment to you. It's their integrity. With the 7 of Cups, I do feel like this is someone who can be a little bit dreamy, because the 7 of Cups is a card of, you know, daydreaming and looking at a lot of like options that are in front of you and just trying to see where you want things to go. So I feel like this person has a big imagination. They love to daydream. They love to, I mean, I'm hearing they like fairy tales. They like fairy tales. So this person might kind of feel like a fairy tale to you. This might feel like your Prince Charming or your princess, depending on your preference. But there is something kind of magical about this person and the way they show up in this connection. But the big thing that I'm seeing, like this Justice card keeps standing out to me, is that this person is honest, okay? This person is fair. If the two of you ever have any kind of disagreement or altercation, this is someone who's going to give you the opportunity to share your side of the story and to say your piece. This isn't someone who jumps to conclusions. They like to have all of the facts before they make any kind of decision, or before they I guess commit to a certain viewpoint. But yeah, I want to go ahead and get into, or not get into, but I want to clarify here. I will say with the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck, it does say obsession here at the bottom. So I do feel like, this person is going to be like all in on you. And I think that communication is going to be really important to this person, like open, honest communication. So this person doesn't really do well with like subtle hints about things. So for example, if you're upset about something, this person is going to really need for you to just say it to them, just like open, honest communication, straightforward communication, rather than making them kind of guess what the issue is, because I see that this person gets really like stuck in their head to the point where they're kind of stuck in analysis paralysis, So I think that this person really needs that, straightforward, open, honest communication, and that's something that they are going to give you as well. It's kind of like, as long as you meet them where they are and vice versa, I feel like this is a connection that's going to be really, really healthy and really well balanced. So I want to go ahead and clarify. Spirit, can you clarify the Seven of Shells, please? We have the Hanged Man. Okay, so a shift in perspective. There's something about how this person has been viewing their future, or the potential of their future, that's going to have a significant shift when they are with you. And I also feel like for some of you, this could be speaking about you as well. Okay, there's a change in attitude, a shift in perspective here. And at the bottom of this card, it does say illusion here. So you or this person or both of you could have had this kind of illusion when it comes to love and about, what relationships are meant to be like, or the kind of relationship that you feel like you could have. I feel like there's going to be a significant shift here because you weren't necessarily seeing things clearly about the kind of love and the kind of relationship that you can truly have, that you can truly build with another person. I think that once again, that element of fairy tale is coming through. I think that this relationship is going to be the kind of relationship that maybe you always dreamed about, but never thought that you could actually have or experience in real life. I feel like that could also be, this person's energy as well. I feel like it's probably both of you feeling like, this is kind of like a dream come true in a way. Yeah, it's very interesting, but there is a shift. There is a shift in the way you and this person are viewing your futures, the way you're viewing love and relationships. Okay. Spirit, can you clarify the Ace of Roses? We have the Wheel of Fortune. So there's a significant shift, a significant change happening. And the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that this is a divinely guided union, a divinely guided partnership here. And I'm feeling like luck is on your side as it relates to this relationship, this connection. I do kind of feel like when you initially meet this person, because there's going to be such a strong physical attraction, for you or this person, there might be this thought in the back of your head of like, will this turn into something real? Because the physical it's very, very strong from day one. And I think that you may, in the back of your mind, think, is this just physical, or is there something more here? Is this love or is this lust? And what I'm seeing is that it's so much more than just the physical. And I think as the two of you get to know each other and the two of you get to spend more time with each other, that bond is only going to deepen. And I feel like luck is definitely on your side when it comes to this connection here. Okay, this is a divinely guided union, and I think that this is going to come in at the perfect time. Okay, perfect time. Spirit, can you clarify the Queen of Roses, please? We have the Three of Gems, the Three of Pentacles. So this person could be in a leadership role or position in their career, okay? When it comes to any kind of collaborative effort, this is the kind of person to jump into the leadership role or the leadership position. This is someone that a lot of people look up to or look to for guidance. This is the kind of person that knows how to, command a room. I think this is someone who's very eloquent and just someone that knows what they're doing. They know what they're talking about, and people respect them for it, This person is so much more than just their looks. Their looks are definitely a bonus, but I feel like this person is also extremely intelligent, and people really do look up to this person. And I think as it relates to this connection, I think this is someone who is probably a little bit more in their masculine energy. Even though we do have two queens here, I think that they still have this kind of like masculine energy, in the sense that they are really going to be not necessarily leading you, but I do think that they're going to really pursue you and put their best foot forward to try and impress you and try and work with you and build with you in that way. But yeah, I feel like as it relates to their career, they are someone who is definitely in a leadership role or position here, and they do have people that look to them for guidance. Spirit, can you clarify the Queen of Gems, please? We have the Seven of Gems, the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So with the Seven of Pentacles here, this is a card of patience. It says frustration at the bottom of this particular card, but this is a card of patience. This is a card of nurturing something. And we do have, it says the nurturer here with the Queen of Gems. The Seven of Gems is about nurturing something and waiting for it to bear fruit, still being diligent and patient with whatever this is. And I feel like that's this person's energy when it comes to you in this connection. This is someone who's going to be very patient with you. They're not going to try and rush things or jump the gun. If you're someone, that really needs to take their time in relationships, or really needs to take their time opening up and being vulnerable, or just, moving to those next steps or those next levels in terms of commitment, if you're someone that needs more time to get to those points, this person is going to give you that time. This person is going to be really gentle, really nurturing, really loving, and really patient with you. Okay, I don't feel like this is someone who gets frustrated when they have to be patient, if I'm being honest, because they are showing up as the Queen of Pentacles. There's kind of two sides to this person. This fiery, passionate, go-getter energy, and then there's this soft, loving, gentle, nurturing, patient energy. And with justice, this is about balance. So this person has an incredible balance within them, and I feel like they're going to give you exactly what you need when you need it. If you need them to show up in more of this Queen of Wands energy, then that's what they'll be. But if you need them to show up in more of this Queen of Pentacles energy, then that's what they'll be. This is someone that I feel like is going to mold to what you need in the moment. And it could be that you do the same for this person as well. Spirit, can you clarify justice, please? We have Judgment and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so I think that this person with the Nine of Pentacles may have been single for a little bit, may have been really focusing a lot on their work, their material world. And I think that when the two of you meet, like I said, this is going to come in at the perfect time for both of you. This person is going to be in a really good place financially, materially. They're going to be very independent. They're going to, really just be enjoying the fruits of their labor when the two of you meet. And I feel like with Judgment being here, this person would have been going through, or would have just have gone through, some sort of realization or spiritual awakening within themselves about what's next in their life. And I feel like it's you. It's you. It's this relationship. It's this connection. It's love. And it's real, true love, you know, with that justice energy. It kind of feels like making things right. Making things right in this person's life, in your life. The two of you coming together kind of brings things back into balance for the both of you here. But it does feel like this person would have just been really focused a lot on their material world for a good minute here. And then they kind of have this realization like, hey, I think I am ready. You know, I think I am ready to find my person, settle down, whatever the case may be. There's a feeling of openness here. So it feels like if you had met this person prior, they wouldn't have even necessarily been open to establishing a connection with you because they have been so focused on work, you know. They've been kind of climbing that ladder. They are the queen of wands. They're a leader. They're in a leadership position, but in order for them to have gotten to this place, they really had to focus on their career, you know, and that's what they've been doing. And when the two of you meet, it's going to be at the perfect time where they have reached a certain point in their career where they will be able to fully give their time and attention to a romantic partner. And that's something that they're going to be fully open to when the two of you do meet. So you don't necessarily have to worry about, you know, this person spending way more time focusing on work and career than they do you, because it's going to be coming in at that perfect time. So let's go ahead and get into your oracle cards, pile 1. Okay, we are going to start off with the archetype. I'm going to pull one archetype for the light attribute for this person, and then one archetype for the shadow attribute for this person. So for pile number 1, please, Spirit, pile number 1. Who will pile 1 fall in love with next, please? Can we get the light attribute for who pile 1 will fall in love with next? What is this person's light attribute, please, Spirit? Thank you. So we have Thief. Sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Okay. So this card always makes me think of someone who has kind of kept their heart on lock. With the way the imagery is, he has this heart on the inside of his jacket here, and he's kind of like flashing it. It just makes me think, like, once again, this person hasn't been dating. They haven't been giving time or attention to love and dating. And I think that when the two of you meet, you're going to steal this person's heart and vice versa. But anyways, this person's light attribute sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. This is someone who I feel like is really self-motivated and self-assured. This is someone who really, like, they don't necessarily rely on other people's approval, you know, and I think when it comes to other people's opinions of them, or, you know, anytime anyone has anything bad to say about this person because they're jealous or, you know, what have you, which I do feel like they probably have haters, okay? Just given what I'm seeing in the tarot, this person is successful, they're attractive, they have it going on, you know? So, of course, this person probably has haters. But, like, anytime anybody tries to dim this person's light, it's never successful. Okay, this person is so secure in who they are. They're so self-assured and self-motivated. They know what they bring to the table in all aspects of their life. You know, this is someone who knows who they are, and they never let anyone get under their skin, you know. They never let anyone get under their skin. Now, that doesn't mean that they haven't, you know, experienced challenges in that area in the past. I'm sure that they have, as most of us do. But by the time the two of you meet, this is someone who, you know, like people's opinions and the things that people have to say about them, it doesn't get under their skin. You know, they know who they are and they're confident in who they are and they love who they are. And I think that person, or this person's mindset when it comes to that, is something that really rubs off on people. And I think that's also another reason why a lot of people do look up to this person, because they can see that this person is so secure in themselves, and the people that look up to this person want to be like that, you know? And I think that this person does help other people kind of see their own potential. You know, this is someone who's very supportive and motivating, and this is someone who likes to see other people win, you know? This isn't someone who is like selfish, or, you know, they're not like, it's all about me and my accomplishments. No, they have done the work. They've, you know, put in their due time and due diligence to get to where they are. And now they want to help other people achieve their goals and to strive to be better, you know, and they'll also be that way for you as well. This is just someone who's really supportive, really, really supportive. And yeah, they just like to see people win. You know, this is a very genuine person. So now I want to see one of their shadow attributes. For pile 1, please, Spirit, what is this person's shadow attribute? What is this person's shadow attribute? We have the Knight. Interesting. Shadow attributes: allegiance to a destructive ruler or principle, romantic delusions. So what's interesting, what's sticking out to me here is romantic delusions, okay? Because going back to that 7 of Cups energy that said illusion at the bottom, like I said, this person has had some kind of, or they're going to have some sort of shift in perspective thanks to this connection. I think that the way that they have been viewing love and relationships has been a little bit skewed, okay? Once again, there is this feeling of fairy tale, knight in shining armor, or that prince energy or princess energy, depending on what your preference is. This person, I think part of the reason why they've been putting love on the back burner was, yes, partially because they've been really focusing on their career and their stability, but also I think that this person may have had this perception that relationships are not all that they're cracked up to be, or like the type of relationship that they want doesn't exist. I think that they may have struggled with that. You may have also struggled with that sort of mindset or that perspective of like feeling like what you want isn't out there, or like what you want isn't achievable, you know? I think that is this person's shadow attribute that is going to have a significant shift with the Hanged Man when the two of you come into union. So their shadow attribute isn't anything that's actually too, I guess it's not anything that's really that big necessarily. I think this is something that actually a lot of people do struggle with, especially in this day and age of kind of feeling like love is dead. Even though that there's still a part of this person that really wants that like fairy tale sort of an ending, you know, part of them has up until this point felt like maybe it's impossible, and they're going to see when the two of you come into union that this was possible, and it is possible. After all of this time, you know, they're going to have that shift in perspective. And like I said, for some of you, this could also be your energy as well, if you have also struggled with that sort of mentality when it comes to love. I don't think that this person has an allegiance to a destructive ruler or principle other than feeling like maybe love is dead. Okay. And yeah, like I said, that's going to have a significant shift when the two of you meet. So I'm going to go ahead and get some romance oracles And then we'll get into your physical attributes for this person. For pile 1, please, Spirit, who will pile 1 fall in love with next? What can you tell us, please? Who will pile 1 fall in love with next, Spirit? So we have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Get one more. And we have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Beautiful. So this is a soulmate connection coming through for you. Like I was saying, it does feel like this is something that's very divinely guided and protected. This feels very lucky. I feel like both of you will feel very lucky to have met each other. I think this release your ex card is coming through for someone here who is maybe thinking about their ex. And Spirit is saying this is not your ex. This is a new person. I feel like for most of you here with that Ace of Wands that this is a new person, a brand new connection. So this isn't a past situation, a past person, an ex or anything like that. It's time to clear your energy of that experience. And also just this overall sense of like clearing the energy as far as how we're viewing love and relationships, I think is what's occurring here. Once again, that Hanged Man, that shift in perspective of moving from this mentality of like love is dead or chivalry is dead or like fairy tales, happily ever afters don't exist. Moving from that perspective to, you know, coming into this soulmate connection where you can experience that fairy tale type of love and that happily ever after, which I do feel like is what's going to happen in this connection, because this is a soulmate. This is someone that you have a soul tie to, and this is a connection that is divinely guided and protected here. So, and I didn't even look at the bottom of the tarot deck when I finished shuffling the clarifiers, but we do have the 10 of Gems, the 10 of Pentacles, and it says protection. So once again, that message coming through of this being a divinely protected union here. And, you know, the 10 of Pentacles does speak of family legacy. So if you want to have a family, this is the person that you're going to build that with, okay? If you don't want a family, this is just speaking of longevity. This is someone that you're going to be with for a really long time, possibly for the rest of your life, if you choose to do so. So let's go ahead and get into these physical attributes, and then we'll wrap up this reading for you, pile 1. So for pile 1, please, Spirit, who is pile 1 going to fall in love with next? Who is pile 1 going to fall in love with next, please? So we have guarded. Okay, yeah, once again, that feeling of like this person may have had their heart guarded for a while, you know, partially because they've been working on their career and they really wanted to focus on that, but also they had this fear of like not being able to find what they really wanted. So yeah, this person has been quite guarded in the past. We have inquisitive. So this person is going to ask a lot of questions, okay? Once again, this person's very intelligent, and I think the reason why they are so intelligent and why they are so knowledgeable is because they ask questions, you know? And I do think that this is someone who's going to ask you a lot of questions. We have the same height as you, so this person might be around the same height as you. Who is pile 1 going to fall in love with next? Who is pile 1 going to fall in love with next, Spirit? We have sports, so this person might be into sports. They might play sports, or they might just like to watch sports, or both. We have oval face, so this person may have an oval face shape. Who will pile 1 fall in love with next, Spirit? We have words of affirmation. So this person's love language may be words of affirmation. Once again, I was getting that message of like open, honest communication is incredibly important to this person. This isn't the kind of person that likes to have to like guess, you know, like guess what you're feeling or guess, you know, what's wrong or anything like that. They just want it to be open, clear-cut, honest, straight to the point communication. They don't do well with hints necessarily. So this person's love language is words of affirmation. I think that they're going to give you a lot of words of affirmation, and I think that they also would appreciate it if you gave them words of affirmation as well. This person likes to be appreciated in like a verbal sort of a way. Let's get three more. Who will pile one fall in love with next? So we have curly hair. So like I was saying, I feel like this person has curly hair. I did say that at the beginning of your reading. They have curly hair. Who is pile one going to fall in love with next, Spirit? Who is pile one going to fall in love with next? We have small eyes. Okay, so this person may have small eyes. Let's get one more. Who is pile one going to fall in love with next? Who is pile one going to fall in love with next? All right, so we have plays it safe. Okay. So this isn't someone that necessarily likes to take risks. Once again, that kind of like Queen of Pentacles energy and that Seven of Pentacles energy. This is someone who's patient, someone who's grounded. This isn't someone who's going to like rush things, you know. I think that they just like to make sure that they're doing things practically, and they try to eliminate as much risk as possible. This is someone who likes to plan. This is someone who just likes to have all of their ducks in a row before making any kind of decisions or taking any kind of action. So you don't have to worry about this person being impulsive or being risky in any way. This is someone who's just very, very, I feel like just grounded, you know, they're very grounded and practical, and yeah, they don't like to take crazy risks. Bottom of the deck, we do have talkative. So once again, that message coming through of like this person really values talking, and I think that they ask a lot of questions as well. So pile number one, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you. I want to thank you so much for being here with me today, for clicking on this video and watching it to the end. If you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to drop a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye! Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So in today's reading, we are going to be looking at who you will fall in love with next. We are going to start off with your tarot and then move into your oracle cards. And at the end of your reading, we are going to be pulling from my homemade deck here to get some, hopefully, some physical attributes of who this person is. And before we get started, I just wanted to say, if you're interested in a personal reading from me, the information for that is in the description box down below. So we're going to go ahead and get started with your tarot. As I was kind of tapping into your energy, Pile 2, I was initially being shown a beach, like a sunrise at the beach. So this person might really enjoy the beach, going to the beach, watching the sunrise on the beach if you live somewhere, you know, near a beach. I was also being shown an office. So for some of you, this could be someone that you meet through work. And I was also hearing Asia, East Asia more specifically. So this person may be from East Asia or have ancestry somewhere in East Asia. I was being told that for some of you, this person does have a different background from you. I was hearing like nationality. So this person may have a different nationality than you for some of you. But we're going to go ahead and get into your tarot now, Pile 2. For Pile 2, please, Spirit, Pile number 2. Who will pile 2 fall in love with next? So we're starting off with the High Priestess. Who will pile 2? We have the 3 of Shells, which is the 3 of Cups. So yeah, the Shells is like, once again, bringing me back to the beach. We have Judgment. Let's get one more. Who will pile 2 fall in love with next? We have the 9 of Shells, Fulfillment, the 9 of Cups. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Prince of Gems, the Builder, which is the Knight of Pentacles. So I don't know why pile 2, but I am feeling like for some of you, you already kind of know this person in some capacity here. With that Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, this could be someone who's very slow moving. This is someone who, like, they don't rush, like, at all in any area of life. They don't rush into things. This is someone who is very practical, and they like to take things step by step. But yeah, I was picking up for some of you here, you may actually already know this person in some capacity here. With the High Priestess being here, this is someone who's very intuitive, but I feel like they may doubt their intuition a lot, okay? Because of that practical nature of this person, this is someone who, they're very focused on like the 3D, you know? So I do think that with the High Priestess and Judgment here, there is a spiritual nature to this person, but I do feel like for some reason they doubt this side of them sometimes. Maybe because it doesn't align with the 3D. You know, most of the time, anyone who's intuitive or spiritual, it can sometimes be a little bit hard to match like our intuition with the 3D. You know, that's why our intuition is our intuition. But they are highly intuitive, and I feel like you could also be someone who's very highly intuitive here. With the 3 of Cups being here, this is someone that you will probably start off as friends with if you're not already friends with this person. Because like I said, some of you already know this person. I see that this is someone who will make you laugh or makes you laugh. Someone that you have really good banter with. Your senses of humor are very similar. Okay, so the two of you will connect on, I feel like, humor and just being silly and goofy and kind of just letting your hair down, you know, even if you do meet this person in a work setting, for example. I feel like the beginning stages of this relationship is going to be just very like friendly, you know, very friendly, very silly, very goofy, where we're not taking things too seriously. And with Judgment here, this is going back to this person's spirituality. This person, I think, somehow you are tied or connected to this person's kind of like spiritual awakening or enlightenment, where somehow your connection kind of forces this person to trust their intuition a little bit more. And it's possibly because maybe, you know, you have this kind of friendly rapport with this person, but maybe you don't necessarily give this person a whole lot in terms of maybe a more romantic feeling. You know, even if you do have a crush on this person, or you will have a crush on this person, you may not show that to this person outwardly. And I think that this person really relies on the 3D to kind of guide them and tell them where to go. And so when it comes to you, this person is going to have to rely heavily on their intuition about what to do next, what to say next, how to progress things with you, because I don't feel like you're going to give them a lot to go on in like the physical 3D, at least not at first. But I do see with the 9 of Cups, this is a wish fulfillment card. So for you, this is someone that is going to tick a lot of your boxes. This is someone who is going to be a wish fulfillment for you, and vice versa. But once again, that message coming through of this person moves slowly. Pile 2, this person moves slowly, or they have been moving slowly for those of you who already know this person. But I do see, because we do have a lot of like water energy here, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, there's a lot of like feelings that are going to be invested in this connection, okay? I don't feel like this is something that starts because of a physical attraction necessarily. That's not to say that you won't be physically attracted to each other, but it just feels like the foundation of this relationship is like the two of you just really get along with one another. And I think the banter, the jokes, the laughter, like all of that is like the two of you kind of starting to emotionally invest in one another. Like that's kind of where it all starts. So I want to go ahead and clarify. Spirit, can you clarify the High Priestess, please? We have the Seven of Roses, courage. Yeah, I feel like this person, they kind of fight with their intuition sometimes. They really do. And it takes a lot for this person to take action solely based on their intuition. Because once again, this person really, really values like concrete evidence, proof in the 3D before taking any kind of action. So it's really, really hard for this person to take action or to pursue certain things solely based on their intuition. But once again, this connection kind of forces them to do that and to really trust in what they're feeling, to trust in what their intuition is telling them, to have faith and have courage in that. Okay, because I do feel like they fight with that. They fight with that side of themselves, even though their intuition it's always spot on. It's always spot on, but they doubt it a lot because they're just very practical by nature. Spirit, can you clarify the Three of Shells, please? We have the Tower with crisis. The Tower. So this could be like a friendship that ended suddenly. Or like the two of you were around each other and then it ends suddenly. Something like that. We do have the Two of Swords. So there's confusion here. I want to clarify that. Spirit, can you clarify the Tower, please? Why is the Tower here? The Ace of Wings. Okay, so clarity. Oh, I understand. Okay. So yeah, it's like a friendship that suddenly takes a turn here. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It starts off as a friendship, pile 2. And then this person has this sudden epiphany that this is more than just a friendship. Like for them, this is more than just, we laugh, we banter. Like it's more than that for this person. And this epiphany comes to them very suddenly. And it could also be you as well that goes through this. Like it just kind of hits you out of nowhere. Like, oh, I actually like this person as more than just a friend. I think it might hit both of you in that way. Where you both realize that this is more than just what we have been, doing. This is more than just a friendship. There's passion here. There's attraction here. There's romance here. Okay. So yeah, this is coming as like a sudden epiphany, and I'm hearing like things will never be able to be the same once this epiphany happens in this connection. Once again, this message coming through, some of you already know this person, and maybe you have already had this epiphany about this person. Maybe they've already had this epiphany about you. Of course, that's not for everyone here. It's a general reading, so take it how it resonates. But yeah, either way, it's going to start off as a friendship, and then there's going to be that sudden epiphany that this is more than just a friendship, and this realization that things will never be the same. Okay. Spirit, can you clarify Judgment, please? We have the Three of Wings, the Three of Swords with sorrow. Okay, so this person, I think that this person has gone through certain things in their life, of course, like we all do. They've had their, trials, tribulations. They've been hurt in the past in one way or another. And I think that this person, as it relates to their kind of like spiritual awakening, their enlightenment, they have to really navigate through some choppy waters here from their past. Okay. On the Judgment card, you know, this does say perspective, which is kind of taking me to the Hanged Man, which is about a shift in perspective. So this person may have to go through some sort of like healing phase, you know, where they kind of shift their perspective as it relates to like love, romance, connections, relationships, things like that, because of this Three of Swords energy here. I want to see what this is about though. Spirit, can you clarify the Three of Wings, please? The Seven of Gems. Seven of Pentacles, frustration. So the Seven of Pentacles is about patience. I am, for some reason, you guys, I am hearing like a missed chance. A missed opportunity here. Once again, that Tower, like this could have been a friendship that ended suddenly. And I don't know, like it could be the two of you are in separation for some of you, and this person has had to do some healing. But I'm seeing with the frustration, the Seven of Pentacles, it's like them kind of grappling with the fact that maybe they feel like they took too long, or they had this epiphany too late about how they truly feel about you, and like not taking action on that. And there's this realization happening within this person of like why they feel this way, like where this hurt is kind of stemming from. We do have the Lovers, Gemini energy at the back of the deck. So yeah, for some of you, this does feel like someone who feels like they've had a missed opportunity with you. It does not feel like an ex, obviously. Like this is not someone you've dated. At the most, like you've been friends with this person. If this is someone that you've already known, okay? But it feels like that Seven of Pentacles, it's like they took too long, and they go through this realization and they process that. You know, once again, this practical nature of this person not trusting their intuition, not trusting what they're feeling. You are the catalyst for this person navigating through that and understanding that part of themselves. Okay, Spirit, can you clarify the Nine of Shells, please? Five of Pentacles, anxiety. So you definitely could be in separation with the Five of Pentacles coming out with this person. Three of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, work. So like I said, some of you, someone that you've worked with or gone to school with or have met in a setting that's similar to work or school. Okay. But Five of Pentacles, this is an energy of lack. So there's something about you that maybe has felt out of reach to this person. Okay, they might kind of place you on a pedestal a little bit. There's like a feeling of unworthiness here that maybe this person has felt in the past, and maybe that's why they, you know, didn't take action. But they kind of beat themselves up with this Seven of Pentacles. They beat themselves up about having waited too long. You know, once again, that message coming through of a missed opportunity. And it's like, they had this epiphany, but it was too late, it feels like. Or at least that's how they feel about the situation. Very interesting, pile two. But the Five of Pentacles, yeah, it feels like someone that views you as a wish fulfillment, but they don't feel like, or they haven't felt like they have what it takes to win your heart in a way. But what's interesting is, like, obviously we're talking about the next person that you're going to fall in love with. So obviously this is something that's going to be solved, you know? But yeah, that's what I'm getting with this pile 2. Like, I feel like this is someone that you're in separation with, someone that feels like they had a missed opportunity, that they waited too long because they didn't trust their intuition. And this is someone that you were friends with. Okay, I want to go ahead and get into your oracle cards now, pile 2. Okay, so we're going to pull 2 archetypes for this person. We are going to see 1 light attribute and then 1 shadow attribute for who this person is, or for this person. Spirit, for pile number 2, please, Spirit. The next person that pile 2 is going to fall in love with, what is their light attribute, please? What is their light attribute? So we have scribe, preserving knowledge and information. Okay. So this person is a writer. Maybe not like literally a writer, like they might not necessarily be an author, but they're really good with their words. They're really good at writing things out. This is someone who may keep some sort of a journal. They like to write out their feelings. I think that this person, they have an easier time writing out their feelings rather than verbally explaining their feelings. I think that being able to write it out on paper helps them navigate through the mess, you know? But I think that this is also someone who's very intelligent, someone who may like to read, they may like to write recreationally. Their job may be something that requires them to be a scribe in some capacity. They may be someone who has to like document their findings, or maybe they are a literal scribe, you know? But the message that I'm getting is that this person, they're able to express themselves better through writing rather than verbally speaking. Okay, when they try and explain their emotions or their feelings verbally, it might just come out a jumbled mess. But when they write it out, it's beautiful, it's coherent. This is someone who may write you little notes or something like that, or they may confess feelings, you know, through writing rather than verbally speaking. So yeah, they're just really, really good at writing, and you know, that this energy may also be part of their job or their career as well. They might also have really nice handwriting as well, I'm being told. So let's get 1 card to see their shadow attribute. For pile 2, please, Spirit. What is this person's shadow attribute? What is this person's shadow attribute? We have alchemist. Misuse of the power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice is the shadow attribute for that. So what I'm getting with that is that this is going back to this person's intuition. This person is highly intuitive, but they don't know how to work with that side of them, okay? And you, interestingly enough, are part of this person's awakening, enlightenment, ascension, you know, with that judgment energy. You are part of this person's spiritual journey. You are part of this person's, I guess, learning process of learning how to trust their intuition and to make decisions based on their intuition. Because once again, that feeling coming through of like a missed chance. They knew in their heart that they should have, you know, said something to you. You know, if this is a past person or if this is a future person, this may be what ends up happening in some way, where they may end up, you know, wasting too much time trying to collect 3D evidence instead of just trusting their intuition and trusting what they're feeling. That's this person's shadow. They don't trust their intuition, or they haven't trusted their intuition. And this connection forces them to look at themselves and look at where they went wrong in terms of, trusting their intuition or not trusting their intuition, not trusting what they were feeling because of a lack of 3D evidence. So yeah, that's the misuse of the power and knowledge. It's just them not trusting it, and that's kind of a learning curve that this person goes through, and you are a part of that person's, you're part of this person's learning curve when it comes to that, pile 2. And I do think, obviously, this is the next person you're going to fall in love with, so this is something that they will overcome. So I want to go ahead and get into your romance angel oracles, and then we'll get into this person's physical attributes. For pile number 2, please, Spirit, what can you tell us? Who will pile 2 fall in love with next? We have soulmate. This came out for pile 1 as well, so maybe this is a collective energy of people aligning with their soulmates now, which is exciting. So this is your soulmate. This is someone that you have a soulmate connection to, okay? Yeah. Even if this is like a past friend or something, I think that you would have felt this connection with this person back when the two of you were friends, but neither one of you acted on it, it feels like. But yes, this is a soulmate connection. This is a very deep, divinely guided connection. Let's get one more. Who will pile 2 fall in love with next, Spirit? Who is this person? Past life relationship. You have known each other before. Well, that ties in perfectly with the soulmate energy. We do have let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. I think that is kind of going back to this person really needing to trust their intuition when it comes to you and this connection. But yeah, past life relationship, soulmate. It's a very deep soul, spiritual bond. Which may be part of the reason why you are part of this person's process of learning to trust their intuition. That may have been part of your contract, your soul contract before incarnating into this life, that this connection, this relationship would help them learn to trust their intuition a bit more rather than solely relying on the 3D to help them take action and plan and things like that. I am picking that up as well. So let's go ahead and get into this person's physical attributes. For pile 2, please. Pile number 2. This person also might be like a chemist or something like that. They might work something about chemistry. I think that the chemistry is top tier in this connection. But yeah, that was also coming through. Something about chemistry. Okay, for pile 2, please, Spirit. Pile number 2. Who will pile 2 fall in love with next? Who is this person? Who will pile 2 fall in love with next, please, Spirit? So we have light brown skin tone. Okay, so this person may have a light brown skin tone. Who will pile... Whoa, okay, so that fell out. That flew out. So we have Gemini. This person may be a Gemini, sun, moon, rising. Who will pile 2 fall in love with next, Spirit? Who will pile 2 fall in love with next? Same values. So you and this person have the same values in life in general, okay? So that might be something that the two of you also bond over, especially once you kind of establish this romantic connection, because like I said, I feel like in the beginning it starts off as just being friendly, we laugh, we banter, we crack jokes, you know, it's very lighthearted in the beginning. But I think as the two of you deepen your bond and the two of you do really start to fall in love with each other, you'll see that the two of you really do share a lot of the same values in life, which also kind of helps deepen this connection, I think. For pile 2, who will pile 2 fall in love with next, Spirit? Who will pile 2 fall in love with next? So we have music. This person might really like music. They might create music. If they do, I feel like it's something on the side. I don't feel like it's their main career. They may communicate to you through music. You may bond over music. Something like that. Let's see. For pile 2, please, Spirit. I'm hearing your voice is music to my ears. So they may really like your voice. Even if you're not like a singer or anything, like your speaking voice is music to their ears, is what I'm being told. They like the way your voice sounds. They like to hear you talk. Okay. Who will pile 2 fall in love with next, Spirit? Okay. So we have round face. This person may have a round face. Who will pile 2 fall in love with next? We have Aries. Okay, so this person could be an Aries, sun, moon, or rising. Who will pile 2 fall in love with next? Or Aries season could be significant, is what I'm being told. So late March through late April. Who will pile 2 fall in love with next, Spirit? We have triangle face, so they could have a triangle face shape or a round face shape. Who will pile 2 fall in love with next? We have pale skin tone, so pale to light brown skin tone for this person. We'll get one more. Who will pile 2 fall in love with next, Spirit? And dyed hair. So this person may have dyed hair. Okay. Or they may change, even if they don't have dyed hair. I'm hearing they may have had like different hairstyles throughout their life, or like throughout the time that you've known them or you will know them. They may have had some like significantly different hairstyles. Bottom of the deck, we do have Aquarius. So Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. So pile 2, that is all I have for you today. I want to thank you so much for being here, for clicking on this video and watching it to the end. If you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to drop a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye! Hi pile 3, welcome to your reading. In today's reading, we are going to be looking at who you will fall in love with next. We are going to start off with your tarot and then move into your oracle cards. And at the very end of your reading, we will be pulling from my homemade deck here. We're going to look at some physical attributes of this person. And very quickly before we get started, I just wanted to say, if you are interested in a personal reading from me, the information for that is in the description box down below. So let's go ahead and get started for you, pile 3. So the first thing that I'm being shown as I'm tapping into your energy is Las Vegas. So I don't know if you're from Las Vegas, or maybe this person is from Las Vegas. Maybe you'll travel to Las Vegas. I'm hearing that for someone here, you may end up like having a Vegas wedding with this person. Just for like one or two of you. That was coming through, but I feel like this person is so fun. Like their energy, they're so fun, vibrant, extroverted. I keep being shown Tiger King, Joe Exotic. I don't know why. I think it's just that energy. Someone who's just so outgoing, outspoken, funny. They definitely like command attention, it feels like. And this person, I'm being shown like the kind of shirts that this person wears, especially if you are into more masculine presenting people. This person wears really like colorful shirts. For some reason that's coming through. But yeah, I feel like this is someone who's very extroverted, the life of the party, very funny. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into your tarot. For pile 3, please, Spirit, who will pile 3 fall in love with next? So we have the Princess of Wings, which is the Page of Swords. We have Temperance. We have the Ace of Gems, which is the Ace of Pentacles. And the 9 of Swords. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wings, the Queen of Swords. So, pile 3. This is someone who's going to do a lot of research on you at first. That's the first thing coming through with that Page of Swords energy. The Page of Swords can definitely indicate someone who's kind of like spying on you a little bit, trying to kind of get the scoop on you. So I kind of feel like, you know, that in conjunction with Temperance here, this is someone who's going to possibly scope you out a little bit at first, try and do a little bit of research or a little bit of digging at first, before they offer you any kind of commitment or anything like that. They're going to want to get to know like the real you, but I think that they are going to possibly like search you up online, look at your social media, possibly even ask around about you. This is someone who's not going to kind of rush into this. And I think the reason why with the 9 of Swords energy and the Queen of Swords energy, this is someone who is very, when it comes to love and relationships, this is someone who's very analytical, okay? Very analytical. They're a very intelligent person, but I think that they might have a little bit, it's not necessarily trust issues, but it is a little bit, in the sense that before they offer any kind of commitment, they want to know who they're giving this commitment to, okay? Once they offer this commitment, then they're in, okay? But in the beginning, they're going to be very wary of you. They're going to ask a lot of questions. They're going to, like I said, they're going to research you online. They're going to look at your social media. They're going to spy on you a little bit, not in a creepy way, just in a way so that they know what they're getting themselves into. They want to know who you truly are. I think that this person may have dealt with people in the past who wore masks. So like the way that they would present themselves to this person wasn't who they actually were. I think that this person may have actually dealt with some pretty crazy individuals, people who were not healed, people who I'm hearing anxious attachment style, okay? They may have dealt with people who had an anxious attachment style, people who were overbearing, people who were clingy is what I'm hearing. They may have really dealt with some crazy situations in the past with past people. So that is part of the reason why they are going to be very careful about, you know, committing to you in the beginning. And it doesn't necessarily have to do with you. It's just because of the things that they've experienced in the past. They just want to make sure that they know what they're getting themselves into. I do see that this is someone who does get wrapped up in their head, though. With that 9 of Swords energy, they really do get wrapped up in their head. Once again, that analytical energy coming through. This is someone who is sometimes, what I'm hearing, they're too intelligent for their own good sometimes. So they do sometimes get wrapped up in their head. And I think when it comes to you, they're definitely going to go through this period of really racking their brain about whether or not this is a good thing for them or whether you're good for them. Once again, not because it's you. Like, I don't feel like it really has anything to do with you as a person, but rather this person's own past experiences and their mind, okay? They have trouble sometimes reeling in the scattered thinking, the scattered obsessive thoughts about what could go wrong, or, you know, what if, like, if they're missing anything here. That's what's coming through. It's like they're constantly wondering, like, what am I missing? Is there something that I'm missing? Is there something that I'm overlooking? You kind of come through, your energy kind of comes through as like a little bit of a dream come true to this person. And so I think also they're kind of like, okay, maybe this is too good to be true, you know? So they're doing research, they're trying to dig up anything that they can, and they can't find anything about you, pile 3. But I do feel like, you know, with temperance and patience, with this saying patience, and pentacle energy is quite slow, they're not going to necessarily rush into anything with you in the very beginning, because they kind of feel like you're too good to be true, and they're kind of just waiting for the other shoe to drop, which it never does. It never does. So I want to go ahead and clarify for you, pile 3. Spirit, can you clarify the Princess of Wings, please? Also, you could meet this person through social media for some of you, or like you might start talking through social media with this person. So we have the 7 of Roses, the 7 of Wands. So the 7 of Wands is a card of really fighting for something, right? And what's coming through is like this person is really, really, really going to dig deep to try and find everything that they can about you. Not in like a creepy sort of a way, just in a way to where they can kind of have some sort of peace of mind about who you truly are. Because once again, that message coming through of this person has dealt with some pretty crazy situations in the past with past people, and they don't want to go through that again. So they're going to be very diligent in their research about you. Definitely feel like this is someone who is going to need a certain amount of information before making any kind of commitment, okay? I definitely feel that very strongly here. They have to plan this out. They have to plan this out. They need to make sure they have all of the information that they need. And what's coming through is like, it's kind of like this person, when they talk to you, when the two of you are getting to know each other, you may tell them certain things, and in the back of their mind, they may be thinking, pile 3 is probably lying to me right now. Like, that's probably not true. And so then they'll go online and they'll try and, you know, look up what you've told them, whether it's like through your social media or what have you, to try and find like evidence that you are who you really say you are, because once again, of the things that they've gone through in the past. That's something else that's coming through. So this person's very thorough in their research, pile 3. Spirit, can you clarify Temperance? We have the 3 of Wands, opportunity. So yeah, they're not going to rush this, okay? They're going to take their time. They're going to take their time to move to the next level with you. You're going to spend a little bit of time really getting to know each other, spending time with each other. And the energy honestly feels quite calm. Even though I feel like this person is definitely more of like an extroverted type normally, I feel like the two of you getting to know each other is very calm and very peaceful, very patient. And yeah, they're not going to rush into things. That's the main message here. They're not going to rush things. They are going to take their time to move things to the next level because they want to be sure of their decision, okay? They want to be sure of their decision. Spirit, can you clarify the Ace of Gems, please? We have the 7 of Wings, the 7 of Swords, opposition. So this is about deceit. Deceit, okay? So once again, that message coming through, this person has been deceived in the past. They gave people opportunities in the past, and later on they realize that these people were not who they claimed to be. Okay? And so they're fearful of that happening again. So that's, that message keeps coming through. That is the reason why they're going to kind of take their time. They're going to do their research. They're going to really get to know you through and through to make sure you are who you say you are. Okay? Because they don't want to end up in a situation again where they're with someone that claims to be one way and they're really the complete opposite. So they're very, very careful about that. Spirit, can you clarify the 9 of Wings, please? We have the 5 of Wings. The 5 of Swords. So this person has felt really defeated when it comes to love. What I'm getting here is that for some of you, this person may have some sort of a following on social media, or they may be in the public eye in some capacity here, okay? I'm not saying that they're an A-list celebrity, okay? But they may have some sort of notoriety. And so maybe that's why they attract, the crazies. But it does feel like with the 9 of Swords and the 5 of Swords, this is someone who has felt a little bit defeated when it comes to love, when it comes to finding that like true, genuine, authentic connection. And it's something that has really like been racking their brain. And I think that this energy is still going to be a little bit present when the two of you meet, and that's why this person is going to be really slow to move things forward, and they're going to spend a lot of time really trying to get to know you on a really, really deep level, because they're kind of, like I said, they're just waiting for the other shoe to drop. You seem like too good to be true, and the reason why you seem too good to be true is because you're normal, is what Spirit is saying. It's because you're normal, and what you present to this person is true. It's authentic, and that's something that this person isn't necessarily used to. We do have the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. So this person could be like, naturally very intuitive, but I think their experiences have kind of clouded their judgment or clouded their intuition and has put them in this state of anxiety and overthinking and overanalyzing. I'm hearing, this person, when it comes to their material world with the King of Gems, they're pretty good, I think. Like financially they're good, career-wise they're good. Once again, this person may have some sort of a following on social media or be in the public eye in some way. And I think that wherever they are in their career, they got there by following their intuition, by following those hunches. But when it comes to love, they really struggle with that, So they have been feeling defeated when it comes to love and kind of unsure about whether or not they will find their person. And they will, because it's you, and you'll fall in love with them and they'll fall in love with you. And I think that you'll kind of help this person tap back into their intuition. So let's go ahead and get into these archetypes. I'm going to pull one archetype for their light attribute and then one for their shadow attribute. So for pile 3, please Spirit, pile number 3, what is this person's light attribute? The person that pile 3 will fall in love with next. What is their light attribute, please? What is this person's light attribute? So we have guide. Represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. Okay. So once again, going back to the High Priestess, and we do have Priest at the bottom of the deck. This person may work like, they may be like very spiritual in their work. They may work in the realm of spirituality, like they could be a tarot reader, for example, Reiki master, anything like that. But with the guide coming through, represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. This feels like someone who's very connected. Once again, the High Priestess, they're very connected to the divine. They're very connected to their guides. And normally, they do rely on their intuition. They rely on the guidance that comes from their spirit guides, from the divine, and they use that to guide themselves, and they use that to help guide other people as well, if they are someone that, you know, guides other people in some way, such as like a tarot reader or a counselor or something like that. I do feel like this person could definitely work in a more spiritual field. But yeah, this, like, normally this is something that this person is really good at, but when it comes to love, they have fallen into this energy of anxiety, defeat, fear. It's kind of like the ego took over. And not in the sense like this person is like in their ego. It's more so like the fear that comes from the ego because of the experiences that they've had in the past. But typically this is someone who is very intuitive, someone who's very connected with the divine, with their guides, and they use their intuition to help guide themselves, and they also use it to help guide other people as well. Okay? So I think that this is someone who is just very spiritually aware. Okay, this is someone who is spiritual. It's not all about the 3D for this person. And I think sometimes it gets the better of them when they forget to ground, you know? Sometimes they can be like so head in the clouds in a way, to the point where they end up in this 9 of Swords energy, and they have to kind of remember to bring it back in, remember to ground. Okay, I want to go ahead and look at their shadow attribute. For pile 3, please, Spirit, what is this person's shadow attribute? What is this person's shadow attribute? Thank you. So we have Rebel. We have Rebel. Rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. Okay. So you remember how I was like seeing, or I was saying that I was seeing Tiger King or Joe Exotic? That energy is what's coming through here. Rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. So this person may have difficulty with authority figures or like people telling them what to do just to tell them what to do, or this person just may be a little bit rebellious in certain ways, okay? Once again, that energy like Vegas coming through. This person has a wild side, okay? They have a wild side. I think sometimes they reject certain rules or regulations or laws, not in a way that's going to like harm anyone, but I think that they may have a tendency to just be a little bit rebellious. And maybe it gets them in trouble sometimes, okay? Maybe it gets them in trouble. I don't see it as being anything too major or anything, but I think that this person does have or has had a tendency to challenge authority, but it's not always in the best way, okay? I'm especially hearing like their teenage years, they may have really acted out a lot as a teenager because of anger, right? Certain things that they were dealing with inside themselves that they didn't know how to navigate in the past. They may have had like outbursts in the past when they were younger as a teenager. But I do think that they still have this kind of like rebellious side or this rebellious nature to them that isn't always the best, but I also don't feel like it's anything too significant here. Yeah. So I'm going to get into your Romance Angel Oracle cards. So for pile 3, please, Spirit. I'm also seeing that this person could be someone that might try and pressure other people to partake in certain things or do certain things. Once again, it doesn't feel like it's anything too significant, but sometimes they may try to encourage people to do the things that they're doing or try the things that they're trying when they probably shouldn't. So, yeah. For pile 3, please, Spirit, who will pile 3 fall in love with next? It's kind of just giving like a little bit of like bad boy, bad girl vibes, you know? Are you kidding me? Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. This card has come out for every pile. And I was saying in pile 2 how I feel like maybe this is a collective thing of like this collective is coming into union with their soulmates. So there you go. This is your soulmate, pile 3. Let's get one more. Who will pile 3 fall in love with? We have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So I think this is someone who's always going to put in the effort to make you happy. Pile 3. This is someone who's always going to just put in the effort into this connection. I feel like you'll never have like a boring time with this person, if I'm being honest. Like the energy that I'm picking up on this person, I think you are always going to have such a fun time with them, and they're always going to keep things alive, and they're always going to keep the passion burning within this connection. Bottom of the deck, express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. This is someone who's always going to make sure that you know that you are loved, and they're always going to make sure that you know that, you know, you are cared for. They will always do what it takes to show you that and to make sure that you know that you are appreciated. They're always going to put in the time and the effort in this connection. They won't shy away from that. You know, once they've kind of worked through this energy up here that we were talking about, where they are fully able to lean into this connection and release the fear and the worries and the overthinking, they're going to be all in with you, pile 3. I feel that very, very strongly. They're going to be all in. So let's go ahead and get into my deck here. We're going to pull some physical attributes and see who this person is. Yeah, this person, I feel like they might have an issue with law enforcement. They might not really care for law enforcement, rules, regulations, like things that they deem as being like silly or stupid. Like they just have an issue with that, and they will sometimes challenge authority with that rebel energy. Okay, for pile 3, please, Spirit, pile number 3. Who will pile 3 fall in love with next? Who will pile 3 fall in love with next? So we have diamond face. So they may have a diamond face shape. I also was hearing like Shine Bright Like a Diamond by Rihanna, and it's making me think of someone who's in the spotlight. So once again, that message coming through that this person may have some sort of a following here, or like have a recognizable face. Who will pile 3 fall in love with next, Spirit? We have guarded. So this person is guarded. I think that's kind of I mean, yeah, based on what we were talking about earlier, I think this person is going to be very careful in the beginning stages of this relationship, because they want to make sure that they know who you are truly, because they have been bamboozled in the past is what I'm hearing. They've been bamboozled, and they don't want that to happen again. We have hazel eyes. So like this guarded energy, it's less about them not wanting to be vulnerable, and it's more so just wanting to make sure that they know who they're involved with. Okay. Once they feel like they truly know the real you, I think that those walls will come straight down. Who will pile 3 fall in love with next, Spirit? We have tall, so this person may be tall. Who will pile 3 fall in love with next? We have medium brown hair. Who will pile 3 fall in love with next, Spirit? Who will pile 3 fall in love with next? Heart face. So they might have a heart-shaped face. I also see this as you really loving their face, okay? Very attractive person, I feel. Who will pile 3 fall in love with next, please, Spirit? Who will pile 3 fall in love with next? Likes to read. Okay, so this person might like to read in their downtime. I do feel like they're very intelligent. I'm being told they might like to read a lot of like spiritual books or like self-help books. Astrology books is what's coming through as well. Anything that has to do with spirituality or bettering themselves. Who will pile 3 fall in love with next, Spirit? We have frugal. Okay, so this person may be a little bit frugal. They may not like to, you know, blow all of their money or spend all of their money on frivolous things. I'm also just seeing this as someone who's very financially responsible, okay? Even if they're not necessarily like stingy with their money all the time, they're responsible with their money. Yeah. And I think that because there is this spiritual nature to this person, they don't like overconsumption. So they're very intentional about what they purchase and how much they're purchasing. This person, I feel like they're not necessarily like a maximalist, you know, but they still allow themselves to enjoy, you know, the fruits of their labor. They're just not really into the whole overconsumption thing. Okay, let's get one more. I'm hearing they care about the planet, so let's get one more. Who will pile 3 fall in love with next? This is the kind of person that could be like a millionaire and you would never even know by like looking at them, because they don't dress in a flash. Well, I did say that they like to wear like colorful shirts and stuff, but they don't wear like flashy things in terms of like designer brands, you know, like they don't wear like the flashy logos or anything like that, even if they can afford them. That's just not how they roll. Let's get one more. Who will pile 3 fall in love with next, Spirit? South America. Okay, so this person could be from South America or have ancestry that goes back to South America. And we have doesn't care what others think at the bottom of the deck. So this person doesn't care about the opinions of other people. They just do them and that's it. You know, they don't care about other people's approval. They do what they want, which obviously with that Rebel card coming through, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. So pile number 3, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you. I want to thank you so much for being here with me today, for clicking on this video and watching it to the end. If you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to drop a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!